Ann Moffat is at the Museum of Civilization on Saturday night. You're listening to All in a Day here on CBC Radio 91.5 in Ottawa. When Meggan Larson took a pregnancy test, it came back with a result of positive. And considering she had just given birth to a baby boy 3 months before, that caught her by surprise. However, when Meggan went to a doctor, it turned out she wasn't pregnant again. She had cancer, a rare form of cancer called gestational trophoblastic neoplasia, or GTN. That discovery led the mother of two to seek help, but it had not prepared her or her family for what would happen next. Meggan Larson is with me in studio. Hello there.
Hi.
I had never heard of GTN before this. Had you?
No.
No. Can you explain what was happening inside you?
I just kept saying that I felt pregnant, and when I had my son, I had to have an emergency C-section, and because I had a lot of pain in my left side, and the pain came back 3 months later, and so I took a pregnancy test because I just felt pregnant, and it was positive, so we went right to the hospital because we figured something was wrong.
And this GTN, what does it do?
It mimics a pregnancy. So what happened was there was a piece of placenta that had been left from my C-section, and it just started creating cells at the rate of a pregnancy, but they happened to be cancerous.
Man. So at that point, what did the doctors tell you could do for treatment?
They said chemotherapy would get rid of the cancer, that I would get through it, but I would have to go through some hoops to get there.
And that this would need to start pretty immediately.
Immediately. I had 36 hours between a diagnosis and my first chemotherapy session.
36 hours. Now, I just mentioned you have a 3-month-old son at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, this would create some problems when it comes to nursing.
Yes.
So, what did you do?
Well, ironically, my sister and I had a conversation several weeks before about if anything ever happened, would either of us be willing to nurse each other's babies.
Because she had also...
well, her son is actually 17 months old, okay. So he shouldn't have even really still been nursing, but he just wouldn't let it go, and now we know why.
Right, because this was needing to happen.
Exactly,
okay.
And so she just took over for me because we couldn't get him on a bottle that quickly. He just wasn't taking it.
So your sister takes over, but obviously that's not a long-term solution. So you went seeking for help. What did you do?
I needed a breast pump so that I could keep pumping and hopefully be able to continue nursing him after the chemotherapy. But I just didn't want to have to pay for it. So my sister actually suggested that I post something on Facebook, and I was part of this amazing moms group in Canada on Facebook, and so I just posted a request explaining, I had just been diagnosed with this cancer, and was anyone willing to give me a double breast pump for free?
And I just want to explain Meggan's situation for people who are listening to this. Her husband is a stay-at-home... her husband works as well, but was needing to stay at home to take care of Meggan during this. This was a single-income family, and as a result, finances being somewhat tight. So Meggan posts this story, and that's when Lisa Castleman found out about it. She's in that Moms in Canada Facebook page. She runs a daycare service, also is involved in direct sales marketing, which all plays a role in what happened next. She's with us now on the line. Hi there, Lisa.
Hello.
So what was your reaction when you read Meggan's post?
My heart went out to her. I have 5 children as well, and seeing a mom who had just had this baby, she should be enjoying this time with her family, but instead she is battling this. And I was watching the other moms, come together to get her the breast pump that she needed. And so I had posted, that we were thinking about her, and if there's anything that she needed, then to let us know. And I just saw more and more people posting the same thing after me, and I thought, well, we're all hoping for the same thing and wishing her the best, so let's do something about it.
And there was a rapid-fire response here. To explain this over the course of 3 hours?
3 hours. So first thing I did was I wanted to get Meggan's okay, so I sent her an email. We had never actually met or spoken before, and I just asked her if we could help her and what was some of the things that she needed. So she sent me a list, and then I made a new post on the wall of the group just saying, I've taken it upon myself to help her and anyone who wants to help. I have a list. Please contact me, and I will forward the list to you. Within 3 hours, I was fielding 100 emails.
What kind of donations were coming in?
Well, we've collected diapers for both of Meggan's children. We actually got the current sizes for them and a stock for as they grow. Meggan has a freezer full of pre-made meals and muffins. Lots and lots of muffins, right, Meggan?
What's interesting also, Meggan, is from this sort of publicity started to build around this, and you ended up with a freezer full of something else as well. Explain how milk came to you from Toronto.
Well, I really did not want to put my little guy on formula, and I was, upset that I couldn't nurse him myself, and he was living at my sister's house, which is obviously not ideal. And so we found a Facebook page that had women who donate breast milk. They've been screened and tested and all that stuff, and through one woman who had a 3-day supply for me, she went above and beyond and found another woman who had a 6-month supply, an 11-foot cubic freezer full of frozen milk that she had pumped for her son.
She had that much breast milk in a freezer? Okay.
Yes, she did. She had pumped it for her son, hoping that he would have it when she went back to work, and he just didn't like it. So she had nothing else to do with it.
Okay, so they trucked frozen breast milk from Toronto to Ottawa. Yeah,
they keep doing it because we're still getting deliveries of it because there's so much of it. There's only so much you can fit in coolers.
Do you have the space for this frozen breast milk?
Yes, we ended up getting another freezer.
that's another dilemma all of a sudden. I gotta ask, Meggan, what this is like for you, because you've just been going through what some people can only imagine would be like, thinking there's a pregnancy, then it turns out to be cancer, dealing with the treatment, and then suddenly all these donations coming in. What is this like for you?
It's amazing. I have a really solid faith in God and Jesus, and so it's been amazing to watch him work through my community and through people. And I mean, he's been there with me every step of the way, and just watching this and meeting Lisa and the amazing moms on that group. I mean, I've cried. I've just been so blown away. And what could have been a horrible time for me and my family has turned into such a blessing, because I've made so many new friends and just met the most amazing people, and it's really restored people's faith, not only mine, but everyone's faith in just human goodness and decency.
And how are you right now?
I am actually doing really well. When I started the chemotherapy 6 weeks ago, my HCG levels were at 500,000, which is crazy.
500,000?
Yes.
That has got to be some kind of record.
It is, actually. It's the highest they've ever seen in Ottawa.
Wow. Okay,
Yeah.
So that was before.
Yeah, and then once it gets to 5 or less, that's when the cancer is gone. And right now my levels are at 43.
Wow.
So from 500,000 to 43.
All right, so that's fantastic news. So in the meantime, of course, as we mentioned, there's still the economic problems for Meggan's family, and so as a result, there's this fundraiser tonight, Lisa. What's going to happen?
Well, we have a few things going on tonight. We have a vendor fair where we have 16 different direct sales vendors are at the Legion here in Canada, and they are having sales, and the proceeds of those, the commissions, are being donated back to the family by the consultants.
All right, we'll give the details. We've got a link up on our page, cbc.ca/all-in-a-day, where people can go for more information. But the fundraiser for Meggan Larson, organized by Lisa Castleman and the Moms in Canada Facebook page, happening tonight at the Canada Legion. That's 70 Hines Road. 70, right, Lisa?
Yep,
70 Hines Road. It's running from 6 to 9 tonight. Lisa, thanks for joining us on the phone.
Thank you.
And Meggan, thank you so much for coming in and sharing your story, and all the best for the journey that's ahead. We'll check in with you again.
Thank you so much.
Once again, you can get more information about the fundraiser tonight at cbc.ca/all-in-a-day.